Next topic is arrangement of electrons in the atoms. In atoms, how we'll arrange electrons? So first, energy shell. Electrons we always arrange in the energy shells, which are also called energy levels, or also known as orbits also. And first energy level is the K level, that is the K shell. And we know second energy level is L shell. Third energy level is M shell, and the fourth energy level is N shell, and so on. In these shells we have to arrange electrons, that we have to learn that in which shell how many electrons will be there. So here in this diagram there are 4 shells which are around the nucleus. Shells are always around the nucleus. This is nucleus, this red part. And this has positive charge because there are protons and neutrons. Protons carry positive charge and neutrons are neutral. So because of protons, nucleus actually has which charge on it? That is the positive charge on it. Then around the nucleus, the first shell, this is the K shell. Second one is L, this is M, and this is the N shell. So all these are energy shells. Now, this is the first energy level, this is the second energy level, this is the third energy level, and this one is the fourth energy level. There can be more levels also, but we will just take the 4 energy levels only. First energy level. Then this one is the second energy level. Third energy level. And this is the fourth energy level. How many electrons are there in the each energy level? So in this case, first K shell, this can accommodate 2 electrons. Second can accommodate maximum 8 electrons. Then maximum 18 electrons can be accommodated in the third shell. And 32 are maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated. Maximum number of electrons which we can accommodate in these energy levels, which can be accommodated in the various shells. So this is arrangement of electrons in the atoms. In this atom, how electrons are arranged? They are arranged in the various energy levels. And how many electrons in each energy level? That number is also fixed. In the first one, 2 only. Then in the second one, 8. Then in the third, there are 18. And in the next one, there are 32 electrons. And this arrangement of electrons is known as electronic configuration of element. This arrangement is known as electronic configuration of an element. So our next topic is actually the electronic configuration of elements. In electronic configuration, of elements. Electronic configurations means this arrangement of electrons in an atom. This is known as electronic configuration. That is the arrangement of electrons in various shells or in energy levels of an atom of the element is known as electronic configuration of the element. And for writing electronic configuration of elements, we should know about 2 things. Electronic configuration we write from number of electrons. In an atom, how many electrons are there? And for writing electrons, we should know atomic number of an element. And in which shell how many electrons can be accommodated, maximum how many electrons can be accommodated, that we should know. So for electronic configuration, two things are required. One is the number of electrons and second is maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in different energy shells. How many electrons can be accommodated in different energy shells? Now, next is number of electrons in an atom of an element. In an atom of an element, this is equal to atomic number. This is equal to atomic number of an element. Now, this is written according to Bohr-Bury scheme. Bohr-Bury scheme. Because this is given by Bohr and Bury. So, according to this scheme, number 1, maximum number of electrons in any energy level of an atom is given by 2n square. Energy level of the atom is given by 2n square formula. Using this formula, we can calculate in this energy level how many electrons can be filled. N here is number of that energy level. So we are calculating it for the first 4 energy levels. Let's say for first energy level, that is a K shell, but the number for that we write as 1. First energy level is n equal to 1 value. This is the K shell. How many maximum electrons we can have in this one? Maximum number of electrons are given by the formula 2n square. We fill the n value as 1 here. Fill n 1, that means this will come out to be equal to 2. That means the first energy level can have maximum how many electrons? 2 electrons in it. Next, for second energy level, in that diagram we have drawn that there are 2 electrons in the first energy level, then there are 8 in the second. How we calculate these? This is calculated using this formula, that is 2n square. Now for second energy level, n value is 2 for this. So how many maximum number of electrons will be here according to this formula? Fill n value as 2 here. When we fill 2 here, this will come out to be equal to 8. Similarly, we calculate it for the third energy level and then for the fourth energy level. For third energy level, n value is 3. That means maximum number of electrons according to this formula, when we'll write, it will come out to be equal to 18 in number. Now for fourth energy level, so this formula only we should remember 2n square. Using this formula, we can find out how many maximum electrons can be there in any energy level. Maximum number of electrons which can be filled in this shell, fill the n value as 4 here. This will come out to be equal to 32. So first energy level 2 electrons, second 8, third 18 and fourth maximum we can fill 32 here in this. So now next part here is, this is the first point, maximum number of electrons in energy level of the atom is given by this formula, but it's not necessary that these many electrons only we fill. Maximum capacities of these many electrons. Now come to the second point, very important point. Outermost shell of an atom cannot have more than 8 electrons. Maybe capacity of that shell is of more than 8 electrons. But if that is the last shell of an atom, it cannot accommodate more than 8 electrons. Even it has more capacity. So this point is very important. Now third point, electrons we have to fill in the lower energy level. First of all, fill them completely, and then only is the turn of the next high energy level. The inner shells are completely filled with electrons, and then only next high energy shell will be filled with electrons. So taking these 3 points, we will write electronic configuration of elements. For example, write the electrons in a carbon atom. This is a question. Write the electrons in a carbon atom, atomic number if it is 6. So from this, how we can write? Answer is, because there are 6 electrons here, as atomic number is always equal to number of protons and number of electrons in neutral atom. That means if atomic number of carbon is 6, there are 6 electrons. Therefore, for writing electronic configuration, first we fill the K shell and then only is the turn for the next shell. And the first shell we should know we can fill only 2 electrons. So in the K shell, we'll fill 2 electrons. Write it like this. Now, because there are 6 electrons, more electrons, so we will now move on to the next shell, that is the L shell. And this can accommodate 8 electrons. We are just left with 4 electrons. These electrons will come in this, and put comma here. This is how we write electronic configuration, or simply don't write K and L, just write 2, 4. This is electronic configuration of carbon atom. Moving on to the next question. Write the electronic configuration of sodium atom. Now, in case of sodium, atomic number is given, that is 11. That means there are how many electrons? Therefore, electrons are also equal to 11, because this is neutral atom mentioned here. So, for writing electronic configuration, first is K shell turn, then is L shell turn. In K, we fill 2 electrons. In L, maximum 8. Now 11 electrons are here and 10 we have filled. That means 11th electron will move on to the next high energy shell, and that is the L1. Or simply we can write 2, 8, 1 also. Next question. Explain why sodium ion, now ion is here not atom, Na plus, has completely filled K and L shells. We have to explain, in sodium ion, K and L shells are completely filled. Now, sodium ion is formed by loss of 1 electron from sodium atom. So, sodium atom has 11 electrons because atomic number of sodium is 11. So, if Na plus ion will form, that means this one will have now 1 electron less. So, there are 10 electrons. It has 10 electrons. Sodium ion has 1 electron less than sodium atom, that is 10 electrons. Now 10 electrons when we have to fill, 2 will come in the K shell and 8 will come in the L shell. Capacity of K is to have 2 electrons and capacity of L is to have 8 electrons. That means both these shells will be completely filled up. K shell maximum capacity is 2 electrons. And L shell has maximum capacity of 8 electrons. Therefore, in Na plus, K and L shells will be completely filled, because we have to fill 10 electrons only, and in K and L together, when we complete these shells, there will be 10 electrons. Moving on to the next question. If both K and L shells of an atom are full, K is full, L is full, 2 electrons in this, 8 in this, they are completely filled, 10 electrons we have filled. What is the total number of electrons in the atom? This is the answer, because if we completely fill these, 10 electrons we have filled, and electron number is equal to the number of electrons in the K shell and the L shell. That means this atom will have total how many electrons? That is 10 electrons. K shell full means 2 electrons, and L shell full means there will be 8 electrons. In total, In K plus L shell, electrons are 10. Therefore, total electrons in this atom, they are equal to 10. So these are questions related to electronic configuration. And now we have to write electronic configuration of first 20 elements. First of all, you have to learn the names of first 20 elements. That is, we have done this thing already, first 20 elements in the previous chapter. First element is hydrogen, then next one is helium, then third one is lithium, fourth is beryllium, fifth is boron, sixth one is carbon, then seventh is nitrogen, eighth is oxygen, and ninth is fluorine. Next after this one is the 10th one, that is the neon. Next is sodium, magnesium. 13th one is aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, then is sulfur, chlorine, and 18th one is argon. Then 19th and 20th I will take potassium and calcium. Now symbol I have written here. Now we should know atomic number. Atomic number, I have written them in the same order only. So atomic number is increasing by 1. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10, 11, 12. Atomic number 13, 14, 15. Because from atomic number only we write electronic configuration, arrangement of electrons in an atom. Atomic number is 1, so configuration is in the first shell only 1 electron. Here in the first shell 2 electron is completely filled. That means if 3 electrons are there, we have to fill the third electron in the next shell, that is L shell. In this case it is 2 and 2, next is 2 and then is 3, commas will come in between. Now 2 and 4, remember K shell can have maximum 8 electrons. So till 8 we can fill here, no problem. 7 and now here we will have 8. But now the L shell is completely filled up. That means next electron will go into the M shell. Next, this M shell, how many electrons? Maximum capacity of this shell is of 18 electrons. But in this we cannot fill more than 8 electrons because this is the last shell. So we have filled here 8 electrons in this. After this, now comes the turn of next element, that is with atomic number 19. This is potassium. Atomic number is 19 here. Now electronic configuration of this element is KLM. 2 electrons in this, 8 in this, 8 in this. And now the next one will go into the next shell, that is N. So electronic configuration of potassium you have to learn is 2881. Next is calcium. Atomic number is 20 and its electronic configuration is 2, 8, 8 and 2. So this is electronic configuration of elements from atomic number 1 to 20 that we have to do in 9th class.